What essential items do I carry in my roll-up tool bag? Stick around and find out. Hey, what's going on? Over the past few months, I have been making some updates to my Super 73 S2 to really make it my own. You may already notice I've swapped out the handlebars with these Built-Well motorcycle handlebars. I've added the Blur Boundaries mirrors, some new grips, and I did a seat swap as well. If you haven't seen that video, it's a few back, so I'll be sure to link it up here. Another significant change that I made was I got rid of my Rock Bros bag that held all of my tools and other gear, and I've opted in for this Carhartt rollout bag that sits on the back of my bike. I just like this look a little bit better than the bag down beneath the bike. So in this video, I'm actually going to go over my every ride carry. You've heard of EDC or everyday carry. This is my every ride carry, and I want to talk about what's in this Carhartt roll-up tool bag, and maybe it'll give you some ideas for some tools that you'll want to carry with you as you're going out on your rides. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, how do I keep this roll-up tool bag secure? I have a 3-contact system here. So I have a strap that just goes through the handle, then of course the clips from the bag that wrap around the frame here. So I just have it secured under the seat right there. Let's check out the contents of this roll-up tool kit. We will start from right to left, but first let me talk about what I like about the roll-up tool kit in general. The biggest thing is that you have a bunch of different pockets, different sizes for all of your different tools. So starting here at the end, you have the secure pockets, and in this middle pocket is the first thing I want to talk about. It is the Park Tool Emergency Tire Boot. Basically what this will do is reinforce your tire if you are to have a large puncture in it. Now some bikers call this the dollar patch, where they'll line a dollar on the inside of their tire, not the tube, and what that will do is prevent the tube from herniating out of the tire. So that's what these are for. There are 2 of them and they're sticky. Luckily, I've never had to use those before. Next up is this big old thing, a little bit bigger than I thought it would be when I bought it, but this is an electric tire pump. Now, what's nice about this is you can set the wanted tire pressure right here, and this will pump up the tire to that tire pressure. However, there are a few other features about this thing that make it very handy. One is you have a flashlight here, and on this end you also have some USB ports for charging. So really easy to use, a little bulky, but it does fit nicely in my roll-up bag here. The way that it works is I also have the hose here that secures to the end just like that. Well, not just like that, but you get the picture, and it is ready to pump up your tire. So one thing that I would probably recommend rather than having an electric battery powered pump is a manual analog small hand pump, just because you know there's going to be that ride where you forget to charge this thing and all 10 of your friends get flat tires, and you know you're SOL if this thing is not charged. However, I'm going to make sure that this is charged before I do any significant rides so that it will always be useful, because I think we've all used those hand pumps before, and very long and tedious process to pump up a bike tire. Next up, tucked away in a couple of pockets, I have these Pro Bike Tool Glueless Patches. I think I have one in here as well. If there's one thing that your kit should be full of, it is these bike glueless patches. These are very handy to use, and if you've ever used the old school kind where you have to use the rubber cement as well to attach those to the tube, throw those out and pick these up. It's very easy to use. Find the area, the leak with water, scuff it up a little bit, and throw one of these patches on. The glueless portion is what makes these a lifesaver. I can't recommend them enough, so go ahead and pick some of those up and throw them in your kit. You have seen me talk about having a tool like this in previous videos. This one is perfect for my Super 73 S2. Basically it has all the millimeters of the Allen wrenches that I need for the S2. For instance, the back tire, to remove it, you need, I think it's a 4 millimeter, and this is perfect for those bolts here. There might be a few other Allen head screws or bolts on your bike, but the crucial ones, especially for repairing a flat tire, this Park tool does have. It also has a flathead screwdriver if needed, and then a star head as well. So those might come in handy maybe for a friend's bike. But this, it has what I need for my Super 73 S2. You could put a full metric Allen wrench set in your kit, but I wanted to travel light, especially to make up for that hunk of plastic there. And so this is perfect for the S2. All right, this one needs no introduction. Let's see if I can pull it out with one hand. It's nice and secure in there. Okay, well, I'll just show you. This is the handlebar jack. It connects to itself, and each side looks just like this. I won't go into a ton of detail about this because I've dedicated a whole video to these things, which I'll be sure to link. But basically, it's a bike stand for your handlebars when you flip your bike upside down to change out a tire. The handlebar jack keeps your components off of the ground from getting scratched or ruined. And as you can see, it's pretty compact. Be sure to check out Handlebar Jack. He's doing a lot of cool things for the biking community. So that is an essential in my kit, and I have used it several times, fortunately and unfortunately. No explanation needed for this thing, but the reason why I have the one wrench here, the crescent side and then the closed side, it's a 15 millimeter, and that is because it is perfect for the nut on your front tire. So again, in my mind, you know, this is going to be for quick roadside repairs, not a full maintenance. So I just need the one wrench to accomplish this, to remove that front tire. Speaking of removing tires, I have the Park tool bike levers, the tire levers, and the way that these work is you wedge, you know, after you've deflated the tire or have a flat, you wedge this side in between the rim and the tube, and then you can actually connect the hook part to your spokes. That keeps the tire separated from the rim as you work your way around. And what it does is it doesn't mess up your rim, and when you're putting on a new tube, it helps with not popping your new tube. Say if you're using like a screwdriver or something, the plastic ones are great for the Super 73. All right, last but not least, we have some zip ties. Now, when I threw these zip ties into my kit, I thought the purpose of them would be for when I have to remove the back tire. You got to clip off some or break off some zip ties and separate the connector to the rear motor. I thought that the zip ties were going to come in handy for that, but really zip ties are just a great universal tool to secure anything temporarily. Let's say the spring in your kickstand has lost its spring and you need to secure it to the frame. That's what a zip tie is used for. Or in my case, when I was putting on these awesome new handlebars, I made the cardinal mistake of thinking that my bolts were secure. So when I went to pop over a hood, my handlebars bent forward and snapped my headlight right off of its brace. As you can see, I have a broken headlight bracket, and this headlight was just dangling down. So to complete the ride, luckily I had these zip ties to tie the light back to my bike. Now the light is not functional. I mean, it works, but it's pointed down. I did order a new cane built light, which I've actually had my eye on anyway, so we'll get that replaced there. But yeah, just so you know, this is not very tough metal that secures the headlight. The fact that the plastic was better off than the bracket that holds it is very interesting. So if anything, throw some zip ties in your pocket so you always have them ready to go. So I hope this was insightful on if you have any questions on what you should carry on your rides. A bonus item that I didn't talk about, but I carry it with me all the time, is a multi-tool, you know, a knife, screwdriver, pliers. I always have this with me so I don't throw it in my kit. So maybe I've coined the phrase every ride carry, you know, E.R.C, you've heard of everyday carry, EDC. So that's one of those kind of videos. If you like this roll-up toolkit bag, I have a link for it in the description down below, as well as most of the items that I showed you. I'll have links for those down below as well. So be sure to pick those up so you can complete your kit. As you saw, there were a lot of empty pockets, so if you have a suggestion on something that I should add to this, not only will it help me, but it might help those of you watching this video. If you're watching this video because you're trying to find out more about Super 73s and you don't have one yet, I also have a link to get you $75 off your first Super 73 or off of a $1,000 order on their website, with a link in the description below. As well as, if you're wondering what this is, it's my Ranger battery from Shy Battery Systems, and you can get 5% off one of those if you use code SESSION73 and click the link in the description down below as well. So I'm here to hook you up. If you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and give it that like, and of course leave a comment down below. What would you add or remove out of your every ride carry? Let us know. Let's be a community here and help each other out. And of course, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day.